Here we are, guys. It's my top 10 coasters in 2025. And number 10, starting off at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. It's Mystic Timbers, which is the number 10 spot. It's a GCI wooden coaster, and one of the best parts is the audio going up the lift hill. If you ever hear it say "go home with your video games," which is really funny. It makes the train laugh sometimes, and it's a really good coaster. And I'll show you why. It's a GCI and it has their signature twisted drop. It's my first favorite GCI I've ridden. Thunderhead's right below it, probably at my 11th spot or something. But there's the first drop there. It's really fun. You're able to see Diamondback. And there's two airtime moments there. And there's a lot of ejector and floater airtime on this ride. And that's what makes it really fun. And also it's really smooth for a wooden coaster. And it's like a twisted layout and it stays low to the ground. Unlike some coasters at the park, so there's tunnels, which are really fun to go through. And also, you go over the River Rapids ride, which is really cool because you can see people's rafts going down. And also, it goes really fast, and there's floater and ejector airtime moments. And also, there's good laterals. And also, the shed has good theming in it, and it created some good memes in the coaster community. For one, it was first opening in Kings Island, released the trailer. There's good theming in there, definitely, and they play music in there. It's just that they kind of cheaped out with the screen, and that seems like something that Cedar Fair wouldn't do, but they did. But there's nothing that you could really say, but that's not really why most people ride the ride. Most people ride the ride for the airtime, and that's why I put it in my number 10 spot. And we're going to our next coaster right after this advertisement because YouTube has to do it. Alright, next is our number 9 spot, and it is Maverick at Cedar Point. And it starts off for trying to go to Lift Hill, but it launches up the Lift Hill. It's a launch Lift Hill. And you may be saying this looks really short, but whoever says that clearly hasn't ridden it before, because there's a beyond vertical drop there. Great turn around into that. Great whip there. And from the S-turn, that was actually originally supposed to be a barrel roll through this airtime hill that's a great ejector airtime. Also going through this horseshoe roll, that's what Cedar Point called it, and another inversion there, going through into this other part, and it tricked a lot of people that were on my train into thinking that the ride had ended, but right after that, they got surprised by the launch, and this is the best part of the ride, this next hill. It's great airtime. The only thing bad about it is that they put trim brakes, but it doesn't really slow it down a lot. And it's a great ride, and when it's going at full capacity, there's a train going down the drop while it goes there. And it's a great ride with the whip, and that's the best part of the ride actually right there. And then we go into the brakes. Really fun ride. Second best at Cedar Point. Great ride. You gotta love it. And the best part of the park. Intamin had made some great rides partnering with Cedar Fair. And it really sucks that their partnership ended, but there was some reliability issues with rides like Top Thrill Dragster. But this brings us to Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. And on number 8 spot, people probably think I'm crazy for putting this over Maverick, but I'll explain why. This is at my home park in Kentucky, and I'm kind of biased to it. This was my first RMC and this was my second ever coaster at Kentucky Kingdom. My first was Thunder Run, which isn't on this list. But going up the lift hill, same with Maverick, you might be saying it looks small, but don't let that fool you. But this is the only fully steel RMC coaster, I believe, that isn't a Raptor one. And going through, it's America's first barrel roll down drop. And after that, you go into a great ejector airtime hill. Then you go into an overbank turn. Kentucky Kingdom calls it an inversion, but it's not. There's two inversions. Then there's an off-axis airtime hill, another off-axis airtime hill, and another overbank turn, which is not an inversion. Then you go into another airtime hill, and then you go into the corked roll. Then you go into the straight track double up, the signature part of this ride. You get your picture taken right there. And then you go into a double down. Then you go into a G-force filled helix. Then you get a pop of airtime going back down a head chopper into the brakes. And that is number 8, Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. One of the best RMC coasters. But it's hard to keep up with some RMC coasters, considering that they're putting out great rides every year that are always in the Golden Ticket Award conversation, especially ones like this. And that will bring us to our number 7 spot, and it will be, drumroll please,
if you want to save money on your next Reed's order, take it from a pro.
advertising.
For all the hanger girls out there, I know we just can't wait some time.
Alright, next, number 7 is Diamondback at Kings Island, which is my favorite coaster at Kings Island. And it is the only B&M Hyper I've ever ridden. And it is very good. Up the lift hill, it's very good, and it feels like it's heart pounding. It's heart pounding because like the anticipation. That's how I felt my first time riding it. And also, funny story: me and my friend Aiden found Yeezys on the net underneath it. Like there's literally shoes on the net on the lift hill. It was crazy. And this is built in 2009, B&M Hyper, like I said, at Kings Island in Mason. And it gives you a great view of the park, the second tallest at the park. And it's, and with a great drop too, floater airtime galore. And floater airtime is really good, it's underrated. People hate on it, but B&M Hyper is good. Like, there's another great airtime hill, there's 3 airtime moments already in the ride. And then this bank turn, overbank turn provides airtime too. And this is another great airtime hill despite the trim brake. It doesn't really slow it down much either. Then right here you get your picture. This ride does have a little bit of a rattle, but you can get over it. And if you sit in the front, you can't feel it, but in the back row you can feel it. Coming out of the mid-course, it's still really good because the drop. And then also you go into another airtime hill, and into a helix with great positive G-forces, and then into the signature part of the ride that you see a lot. It's the splashdown brake that slows it down to go into the brakes, and that is Diamondback. And this is number 6, it is Velocicoaster at Universal Florida Islands of Adventure. Starting off with a launch coming out, and after that it goes into a bank top hat after airtime moment there, with another inversion there, a dive through, going around bank turn, another off-axis airtime hill similar to Storm Chaser, with a great turn there. It's another bank turn, overbank turn, with another airtime moment and more airtime in this little area over too. And then here's the best part of the ride after this. It's the top hat. This is the second Intamin Bridge coaster I've ridden. It goes down, dives right in, with some great hang time there with the stall. And then you go to airtime moment sideways, and with another off-axis airtime hill, and you go into a turn, and then you go into an airtime hill, then you go into the signature part, the Mosasaurus hill, and then after that, you go right into the brakes. It's really good, and I would definitely recommend this to everybody that is planning on going to Universal Florida. And that is number 6. After that, we will go into number 5, taking us all the way after this Duolingo ad. It is taking us to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas for Iron Rattler at our number 5 spot. And it is next up, and coming out of the station, you can see Roadrunner Express right up there. It's not on this list. Still fun ride though. Just geared towards children and families. Back to this ride, you can see us going. This is when they used to have Gerstlauer trains on RMCs, and I'm on my mom's phone, I don't know who that was. Yeah, and the trains were definitely cool back then with the snake train. This is actually 1 year older than me. But going up the lift hill, we're going up to the top of a quarry wall, and there's actually a shopping mall up, like, there, like, by Superman. But, going to the top of it, you can see the peak, and, at the top, you might, like, see the quarry and think it's not going to be that big of a drop, but it is, and then you dive under this. It's there to prevent rocks from falling on the tracks. Oh, and then you go up to another airtime hill, then you go in this airtime wave turn. It's really good. Then you dive with some great airtime, and then you go in with another roll filled with hang time, and then you go into another airtime moment, and then this with a sideways wave turn airtime moment, and then you go to another sideways turn airtime moment, wave turn, and then you go into yet another airtime moment before going up into the quarry dive, the best part of the ride, and then you go into a cave where you can't see anything, but then you pop out the other side, get one last drop of airtime before slamming into the brakes. What a ride that is. And that is worthy of our number 5 spot. And coming up for our next one right after this, we'll be able to see it. It is a fan favorite. It's won the most awards out of any coaster in the world, I believe. It's blue, it's fast, it's tall, it's Giga. I said Giga. It's Giga. And it is our next coaster. Honestly, let's try to guess it in the comments before we see it, but I think it is worthy of our number 4 spot. People call it overrated, but I don't think it's overrated. I think that it's a great ride, and it's a good ride, guys. Like, people say it doesn't have airtime, but it does. Like, I'll tell you the airtime moments like I have been. But I'm getting another notification. I don't even watch TikTok. I just watch it. Yeah, we will give it another next one coming after this ride. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. And it is going to be
get food for
after
now.
This ad.
And groceries for later.
It'll be Millennium Force at Cedar Point with the cable lift hill made by Intamin. This is also one of those Cedar Fair Intamin rides. That it's a shame that they don't make coasters like this anymore. And it has the T-bar restraints that allow for great airtime. Intamin made them in the 90s and early 2000s, which were some of the best restraints ever. And at the top. Now you can see Lake Erie, but then you dive in, great airtime coming off of that one. Then you go into this, and I actually played out on this turn. It's very intense. And then this turn also is really good. Then you go through that, and then you go into one of the best airtime moments of all time. That hill there. It is very good. And then you go into this turn that actually has airtime. Like, no joke, I actually felt airtime on it. Then you go into another turn that I felt airtime on. It's the T-bar restraints that like really allows for you to get lots of airtime on the turns like that. And then this is some great ejector airtime, but not the best airtime moment on this coaster. Still going after getting your picture taken. Going into the best airtime moment on the ride, zooming right past the line and people usually. And then I got a great pop of airtime on this here for some reason. Then we go into the magnetic brakes. And then you're slowed to a halt there at Cedar Point. And that is number 4. Number 3, my newest added to the list, just being there 2 days ago. It is in Tennessee. It is Lightning Rod at Dollywood with the chain lift. And people really knock on it because of the chain lift, but I think it is good. I don't think it's bad. But everybody has their own opinion. In my opinion, it is good, but I did not ride it at its full power. So I don't really like this ride. First you're going up the lift hill, up the mountains, because seriously there are mountains, and going up to the top, it is a really fast lift hill on this ride specifically. Going up, probably the best coaster that was made in 2016 over Storm Chaser, definitely the other one I can think of that I've ridden that year. But then you go up to the top and you go, there's the Kennedy, and then you go down with some great airtime there. Then you go over for the first drop, and at the bottom there you get some good airtime, and then you go into a wave turn, and then you get some great airtime there, and then after that you get into this twisted turn, and then you go that gets lots of airtime too. Then you dive down into, and then after that comes the quintuple down with 1, not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's actually a second stopple down. 6 airtime moments in a row. Then you go down with a great airtime moment, and then you get into the brakes, and that is worthy of our number 3 spot there at Dollywood in Tennessee. Lightning Rod is a coaster that is deserving of it. It's a great coaster, great setting. It interacts with the terrain good. It's a terrain coaster. It used to be a wooden coaster, but it was converted to steel after they got rid of the topper track in the 2021 season. And after that, it's a great ride now. Definitely one of the smoothest rides I've been on. Some of the tracks still made out of wood, like in the brake run, like not like wood, like topper tracks, so there's wood underneath of this stuff. So after that, you go into the station with some great theming, by the way. I didn't mention that. That's our number 4. And actually, no, that's our number 3. And going into our number 2 spot,
I needed something that can handle a heavy payload, but something we can also customize to be a mobile workshop. So I purchased Mercedes-Benz Sprinters.
Up on YouTube. And then the next one is the Voyage at Holiday World, getting our number 2 spot.
Oh, yeah.
And coming out first, you see the tall wooden coaster that is the Voyage in Thanksgiving section of Holiday World. You go out, and then you do this little drop that gives you a little pop of airtime. before the chain lift happens, and then going up it, you get the great sounds of the chain lift as you go up a roller coaster, because roller coasters have the best sounding chain lifts, in my opinion. Alright, going to the top, you can see the holiday roll flags. It's really cool. There's a light for some reason, another one there, but there's like 2 American flags up there at the top. Even though on the Mayflower, the U.S. wasn't even contributed, as you go down the drop, you get some great airtime there. It's not rough, it's smooth when you push if you go into another airtime hill, followed by another airtime hill, it's like a wooden B&M Hyper, but it's longer. That's what sets it above coasters like Diamondback and Millennium Force, which are basically like coasters like that. You may go into a spaghetti bowl section of the ride where it twists around a lot. There's a lot of airtime and late turns like that. That's some great bending, especially for a wooden coaster. And after that, you go, there's lots of tunnels. It is very loud inside the tunnels. Going into the Newport Great Run. After that, you see basically nothing, but you have a trickle down at the end of that. And you have another airtime moment leading from the structure, with another airtime moment, followed by an off-axis airtime moment, and another one after that, going to a splash on Safari. Then you get some bank turns with some airtime, and another turn with airtime on it. Then you go over the other turn and you can see the other turn. And then you go into a twister section of the track near the lanes. And you go underneath the walkway to get towards the ride. And you get 1, 2, 3 different airtime you can go going into the brakes. There in the Voyage, and that is the number 2 spot on the list. And then after that, you get a small little pump of airtime there before rolling into the far side of brakes to finally roll into the station. Which is a really fun ride, don't get me wrong. Don't let the wood fool you. Most people who get a wood coaster, they say they're too rough, but I say differently because they really take care of this coaster. And the Voyage will be fun for years to come, hopefully. And it is the number 2 spot on the list. So, leading to our number 1 spot, you might be asking, what's the best coaster at Cedar Point?
You know when you get distracted by a fluffy little dog rocking the same necklace as you?
Millennium Force was the second best at Cedar Point, but the answer is Steel Vengeance, our number 1 spot at Cedar Point. And you get 2 airtime moments before the chain lift, a little more airtime than the Voyage had before the chain lift. Still good on the Voyage. But then you go up the loudest chain lift in the world. You can hear it from the Millennium Force area, and I'm not joking either. I was getting a pretzel there, and I was able to hear this one. But yeah, that's the loudest chain lift in the world. Here in this RMCI roller coaster at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Ohio is the best coaster state, I think, in the U.S. And going down the first drop, it is 1 airtime moment, 2 airtime moments, 3 airtime moments in a row already after that top hat, with 4 airtime moments, 5 airtime moments, and that's only after those 2, so there's 7 airtime moments, then a barrel going into that, then there's a wave turn with airtime, then it speeds through the track, down right under, into this airtime moment, going right up against the other top hat into the mid-course brake run that doesn't slow down the train at all. And then you go into a turn, then you dive down, one of the best airtime moments of the ride. Then you go down, and then you drop in, and then you get an off-axis airtime run. And then after that, you get a wave turn, and another barrel roll. And then in the track, you get 2 different airtime moments in a row, and then you get a wave turn with great airtime. All the wave turns have airtime on these coasters. And it is not giving up any speed. And then here, you just have like 7 airtime moments in one or something. And then you go into the brakes, and that concludes the top 10 coasters.